Andrew Mazami, who's the man front end. Welcome everyone. This is Enzo. I can have the lines for looking. Just go and see if I can pop a link to how's the music. This sounds a little loud. Let's turn it down just a little bit. There you go. Now it's in the background. Hopefully. Let's see. How's that? Oh, it seems like too much. I can barely hear it at all. Go right in the middle. Okay, let's get a. Gotta figure out a way to get my what you call it, my link out to everyone. The only way I know how to do that is to go to my channel, get the actual live stream and plug it in. So YouTube, there must be a better way. I'm gonna have to figure this out. It's one of the many things I have to figure out. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna like 3 of these playing at once. A little different music. Okay, let's get rid of this. So let's see. Okay, it is. Okay, let's see if anyone showed up. Answer is 2. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Which was say. So I'm just going to be doing a little, what am I going to be doing tonight? I'm going to just do some alliance quests, some event quests, or the alliance quest. I want to hit work on finishing completion. Some energy reveals I think that are expiring, so I might as well take care of those. I think I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. So there it is. Okay, here we go. Quest. So my big goal is to, of course, get Legends titles. One of the titles that's been eluding me, and the big reason it's eluding me is that when I think I came close with what I come close with, I had one run in one of what was called the celebrity challenges, where I felt like I was really close, and then another really good run. Must have been the one with Sentinel, new Sentinel and Bishop, because I remember having that 5-star, my 5-star Stark's fighting. He was really good in that event. And I feel like I got really close, but I didn't get Legends. And then I tried once or twice more, and I think I did terrible. I think that's when Corvus Glaive came along. It just seemed like unless you had Corvus, you had no chance of getting Legends. So now, of course, I got a Corvus, and yeah, so now I should be ready for it. Let's get this team spec'd out a little bit. Should bring Blade. Let's bring Blade instead of him. Really been doing this, and it's been pretty easy just with Corvus. I'm still trying to practice and get ready for the Legend run. The only thing I'm worried about is if I can use Corvus for the Masters 2 final bosses. I haven't fought Dr. Sinister yet, or Mr. Sinister. I plan on doing that soon. But yeah, it's good to get some practice with Corvus and get ready. Boy, he just like eats this whole event. I am running Suicides. I'm running Suicides for the last week since we've been having an Alliance War. And it was yeah, it's been great. It's amazing how much more quick you can do arena with Suicides. I actually never really thought about it too much, but oh, it's amazing. Good, got the evade. Now if I can just get the knockdown. And, I hate when he does that evade right at the very end. So I really want to think about map 6. I'm sort of curious. Oh, actually, let me pay attention here just so finish this fight. Yeah, I really want to talk about map 7, but let me just concentrate. Oh my god. This is like the worst. No. This is the worst demonstration of Corvus ever. Oh jeez, it's only getting worse. Okay, so... Hello, Meister. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Almost killed him. This is too much work. I wonder if you get your Venge quests in... And that's it, in the mission for Corvus Glaive. Because then we do the block or evade. I see the little 1 pop up. I wonder if that puts the extra bonus on your damage right away. I'm doing great, Meister. I've had a really relaxing day. Went for a quick run in the morning, then had a nice brunch, and then my girlfriend and I watched a movie, The Prestige. And then had dinner, and now I'm here. Got a little arena in between all that. Got 213 mil, which means I'll definitely get my 2,000 5-star shards. So okay, did the outside, so we got to sort of do this semi-inner. Is that right? Yeah, this one has a lot of crossover, this map. So let's talk some about map 7. Well, I would say there's a... I don't even know if this is beta on the Alliance or not, I'm sort of like out of the loop, but I can tell that lots of information gathering. So we voted on what do we want to do. So we want to focus on the AQ and really not care about AW. Focus on AQ and just sort of go semi-strong on AW. Oh, you definitely should. Oh, you definitely should. Ghost Rider 565 Meister. He is amazing. I mean, I remember every time I came to rank 5, everyone was always telling me, don't do Ghost Rider, don't do Ghost Rider. And so I sort of got that in my head. I'm sure taking against the champion. Let's just do forward. Oh, it's got that unstoppable. Wish I had Symbiote Supreme. And so every time I said, well, what about Ghost Rider? I was always told, no, do this champion or that champion. And they were right. I mean, the other champions I ranked up good. Iceman, Void, he was next after that. OG Vision. But now that I have 5-star Ghost Rider, oh, I love him. A rank 5 Ghost Rider. He's just so powerful, has such good regen. And yeah, I mean, for Alliance Quest, he's super MVP. Whoa, okay. Just nearly got caught by that. I was wondering when that was going to proc. Sort of watching it, didn't seem like it was coming. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Ghost Rider. It just seems to like keep on getting better and better. Today in Alliance Quest, I played him with Suicide Zone. He's really strong. Oh, okay, let me take down the music. I was wondering about that. Yeah, let me turn it down on crank. Thanks for telling me, Master. Yeah, I was trying to gauge the music at the beginning of the stream to see how it was. It always takes about 10 seconds for it to adjust. Let's see if that makes it better or not. Yeah, I thought adding music would be a nice touch. It's not. It's just sort of like silence. So we'll see. It doesn't work though if it's too loud. So as I was saying about Ghost Rider, yeah, I think he's amazing. I think he's amazing for quests, Alliance Quest. I guess I don't ever use him in War just because I run Void, Dark, and Vision, but I can imagine he's great there. So with the change of alliances, so we're going back to map 7 as well as talking about. So map 7 is yeah, it's interesting. Here's my first 5-star. Oh, nice. Boy, what a lucky first 5-star. I feel like I got him pretty early on too. Yeah, just so versatile. You know, I haven't had points in Mystic Dispersion in a while, and I'm thinking about trying to make a nice build with Mystic Dispersion for him. Oh, well, if you have Blade and him, I mean, you are in great shape. That's my main Alliance Quest team. So I have Blade, Ghost Rider, and then it sort of depends. I like to take Stark Spider-Man, but you know, of course, a lot of time he's busy with Alliance War. Hello, Heart8. Good to see you again. Been gone for a week. It's glad to see that you're still around. I wonder, are you going to do a different map, Heart8? I always forget exactly where you are, but I know we're having a long topic about map 7. I guess the big decision is whether to how many days we're going to go. It seems like we're doing a lot of analysis, or the officers are, to decide about map 7. I'm really excited for map 7. I think it's going to be a cool change to the game. I mean, let's face it, map 6 is it's old, and I sort of want to have skill at the highest level in this game, and so I think if they have a really good map 7, I mean, it will be that. It'll just be like only the most skilled alliances will be able to do all 5 days. I'm not sure if I'm really convinced that the reward's not better than war, so like I think, you know, if you can get into Masters, I'm not sure if I'd want to sacrifice that. It's hard to tell, but if you can get into at least Platinum and get map 7 5 days done, it's probably worth it, since Platinum and Masters, the rewards aren't too different. Take a little bit of risk while she's lucky, but it seemed to work out. It's going to be really interesting with all the nodes that they have. I mean, those nodes are really champion specific. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'd be really super psyched if I was in any Plat 1 or Masters Alliance to at least play one day map 7, see how it is. It's such a brave new world because, of course, you play map 7 once, see how it goes, maybe play a second day, and third or fourth, and I would guess we just got to sort of play it along and keep on trying and see, just see how the difficulty scales. I'm a little worried about day 4 and 5. I think those could be potentially really hard, and I mean, I'm not that great a player, so I can imagine getting pretty much wrecked if I'm not careful. The other thing is, you know, I'm sort of used to having a pretty solid 5-star team for our rank 5 team for our Alliance Quest now, and of course rank 5 makes such a difference compared to rank 4. But if I'm needed to do some specialty nodes, like try to think, have a rank 4 Sentinel, if he's needed, yeah, it's just gonna be that much harder. But I'm excited for the challenge. I mean, you know, that's the whole point of this game, is it's nice to actually do things where you actually don't know if you're gonna be able to survive or not. But yeah, it's really making for some interesting choices, as I was saying. I mean, I can tell for Loki's trying to decide between pushing. So when I last looked, and maybe it's only about 2/3 of us, about 20 of us have voted, and I think it was half who said they want to prioritize AW Alliance Quest. I don't know if I made a mistake. No, definitely want to go right here. They want to prioritize Alliance Quest map 7 over war, because we know we're going to at least get Platinum, so Platinum Masters. And the other half had voted to try to definitely get Masters and definitely get map 7, do map 7. So yeah, it's interesting, the characters you need. I don't want to give any secret Loki strategy, but you know, we're definitely like analyzing all the paths and nodes and collecting the champions. Meister, I want Void really bad. Oh man, Void, in my mind, I would say Void, Ghost, Quake. I mean, those are like sort of like 3 of the most unique champions of the game. I mean, Void does things that just no other character will do, and is so powerful. I mean, in Alliance War, anything that has to do with regeneration, it's just incredible. I mean, just absolutely melts the opponent. And all of those Trials of the Alchemist, I would say 75% of the fights I did with Void, who just, yeah, he made the fights easy. What do we have here? Wasp, She Avenger, wouldn't mind the Corvus Charge. So yeah, Void is, I think, one of those characters that's just, yeah, he's unlike any other. So yeah, so I was saying all the sort of debating for Loki, and I can tell, I think we're going to sort of gear up for a run at map 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we really tried to go for a 5 days of map 7. You know, I think we're definitely skilled enough, and there's so many really amazing players that I think we could pull it off. It's just, you know, of course, just figuring everything out. I mean, that's the hard part too. So it's really hard content, and then you got to figure everything out. You got to get all of the everyone has to bring in the right champions, they have to run the right paths. I mean, it's more challenging for me being in Switzerland as you know, of course, I basically have like 4 energy right at the end of my night. So we start at 9, and then I can usually play right up to 11, 11:30, and so I can move 4 times, and then I go to sleep. And so right now it's great. I do one the middle pass, I go to sleep, and when I wake up, we're just sort of like working on the last half of section 2, which I join immediately when I awake and clear my fights, and then, you know, the boss sort of goes down, I think, when everyone else wakes up again, which, you know, for me just sort of means I sit there for 6 hours or so. Not too much. 7 good 5 stars. Let's see what we have here. Colossus, don't underestimate Colossus. Yeah, 14 months. I remember I was playing, I can't remember how much I was playing. Before I got my first 5 star, but it was before there were 6 stars. My first 5 star, who was it? It was Iron Man, that's right. This was before the pool was very big, so I had Iron Man, and my next one was Guillotine. Yeah, but what did you say you had? You had Blade, who's amazing, and you have Ghost Rider, so, I mean, if you have 7 good 5 stars, or maybe you have more. Hi, Dap. Man, Dap. That Quake video, out of control. Out of control. You know, it's almost inspired me to rank up my Quake. She is so cool. I was watching that Stun Immune fight. Actually, here it is right here. It's the same fight. Maybe next time I'll bring it. Actually, mine's only rank 3, but just to see how it goes. It's just really impressive against Stun Immune. I assume that you're just doing lots and lots of dodging and just like sneaking your heavy attack when you can, but it seems really difficult. But yeah, I was just saying how I feel like Quake is one of those really amazing unique champs in this game. I never know if you can punish his special one. Wars made me really hesitant to go after other champions' special one unless I'm really sure I can get to it. And that was complete. Oh man, that was quick. You really got through your special one. Let's see. It looks pretty good against him. Oh, this is gonna be such a long fight. Nah, I should have just taken Corvus in. He was doing pretty well when I was fighting Sentinel a while ago. Oh, come on, throw your special one. Not your heavy. This is yeah. I feel like this happens to me a lot when I just can't bait them, especially in Alliance Quest. Oh, nothing's more annoying than when you're trying to like bait. Oh, I don't have dangerous. Okay, that's right. I thought I had Danger Sense, but I totally forgot to bring Ghost Rider. I didn't bring Ghost Rider in. This might be a 30-minute fight. We'll see. I might just let Blade die and try it with a better character like Corvus. I might as well throw the SP1. That does anything. 561. Oh, that's like such terrible damage. It buries anything. Oh man, look at how bad this damage is. Okay, we'll just go through this fight and let's just go for it. Just play fast. Or not so fast. Okay, well maybe it's worth it. 65%. 10 minutes later. I wish I had my Quake. Sorry if I'm missing some chats and just can't read right now as I deal with this guy. Oh, I hate long, boring fights. I do have suicides on. That doesn't seem to help at all. It's still really long and slow. Suicides are so amazing. I've forgotten. It's been so long since I really used them. And then this week I used them. And oh man, they just make everything so much quicker. From event quest to arena. I was trying to think of a really good suicide team. I think the best would be Omega Red, Nebula, and Corvus maybe. Maybe instead of Nebula, who was I thinking of? Vision. That way you get the power train. Hey, Panda Man Pete, how's it going? Let me finish this fight and I read all the comments. It's great to have you in here. Yeah, I was talking about the map 7. I'm really excited for map 7. I want us to just absolutely go for it. All 5 days. Map 7. I think that would really be an amazing challenge. I would say 50% chance that we can complete or can't clear all of map 7, like days 4 and 5. I think that's realistic. I mean, I just expect them to be so hard. But yeah, it's all about the hard challenges, and you know, it's like even Alliance War. I feel like the challenge has a little bit died down. I mean, except for the Thing, it seems like the rest of them are pretty straightforward. The fights. See, DAP. A lot of it's her auto evade. I got you. Okay, the tough part is when she stops. You should. Ha. That's amazing. Zero analysis. I know. She's just like the hands-off champion. She does so well. Yeah, me too. Me too, Panda Man. Yeah, I played Ghost on one of my streams, and I was given on the Dream and Ghost playing scale a 2 out of 10. So I sort of feel the same way about Ghost. Okay, I know Corvus is down a little bit on power, but watch how quickly he mashes through this fight. He's just so much better. I guess my question is, DAP. I remember whenever I play Ghost, like after she gets Aftershock, then like the other person has concussion and she evades for a while, but then she stops evading. That's actually probably the hardest parts I have with playing Ghost is when she has that, like, I guess it's a concussion and she just continually evades. I'm never sure what to do. I sort of hold block, but she's evading, and then I try to charge it heavy, and then I get clipped. I guess I just need to practice with this. That's always the key. Oh no, and here we have the dreaded problem connected to the network. This happened to me in the last war, and I was freaked out. It was about 30 seconds, just like this, and then it went live. I mean, talk about nerve-wracking, especially when you're in another war. Okay, and that's it. So now we got Havoc. I would say alternate between block and heavy to reset. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I try to do, but I need like 100 more times to get that sort of in my muscle memory, my thumb memory. So as I said, I'm gearing up to do a Legends run. Don't have a Legends title yet. Finally ranked 5 my Corvus. Didn't do a Legend run last month because I think I ranked 5 right after the deadline. But I'm wondering about this Havoc, if I should go with Corvus against his Havoc in Masters. I beat him 2 out of 3 times when I played him in Uncollected here, so I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not feeling so confident against his L1 or L2 actually. Okay, let's see if we can get it. Whoa, okay. So I did a double. Let's get. I wasn't sure, but luckily made it back in time. Okay, let's see if we can get the hit. Oh, okay. Oh, I totally missed that. I wasn't paying attention. Go for the intercept. Okay, see, it's just went 27 or 28 or 55, but no chance yet. 27 or 28 or 55. What is 27, 28 or 55? I'm trying to think nodes. Oh, for using what you call it? For using Quake. Yeah, 55. That's the upper rightmost mini boss. That's that debuff immune. 27. That's right. That's where usually Corvus is, or at least not to give away super secrets, but everyone knows that's Corvus there because he's visible. That's where we place Corvus. That's right. Yeah, it'd be super cool to see those in action. I mean, against that Sentinel. I mean, you obviously knew what you're doing, so yeah, the stunning new ones. So yeah, I have complete confidence you just wreck it. Hi Heisenberg, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I wonder, Heisenberg, it's so nice to see you in this alliance. I feel like, you know, you're one of those players that I see you all the time for many years, and And now you're with us, or like, I guess we call that the Panaman Pete phenomenon, when famous people come and join for Loki. I wonder who's the most, well, of course, I guess BG is the most famous to join for Loki. And we should definitely have a top 10 ranking of popularity for Loki. So number 1, without a doubt, is BG. I guess, I don't know, K maybe number 2. Let's just do for top 5. Top 10 is too much. So let's go BG, Cade, Panaman, Pete. Actually, I'm going to go BG, Panaman, Cade. 4 might be B Manning, and 5 Cam. Okay, that's my top 5 for popularity for Loki. Let's see, just got these inner paths. How many do I have? Just 2. It's not so bad. I guess this has 6 paths. This either way we pick up a charge, but you know, this way I can get the evade charge off this next Spider-Man. I was the least famous to join. Oh, Dap. I doubt that. I guess we could try to figure out who the least famous one was, but it might be like a 17th place tie. Longest Dream. Oh, yeah. No, definitely not. Dreamin' might be. I hope he's watching, of course. Dreamin' might be number 1 on most hated. He seems like he has his share of detractors, I think is the right word. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Dap. Man, if you keep up that Quake gameplay and keep on putting it out there, I think you'll have a whole lot of like followers in the world of Quake. The cult of the Quake. That didn't kill him. That's terrible. I love that his like corpse. Whoa, what happened there? Thing came out of nowhere. Oh, it was the third part of the head. No, this happened last time too. I just got absolutely wrecked on the first one. It's like what happens when we don't concentrate. It took way too much damage. Yeah, I agree, Dap. You know, Dap, I always wanted a channel, but I never thought about starting it. And then, well, actually, it's not true. I tried one. You can look on YouTube. It's an old fight. It's so funny. It was a fight that I did against Storm in AW. This was long before 5 stars. And it was like, it's the dumbest, worst fight you'll ever see any YouTuber. I really should erase it, but I keep it out of nostalgia. Oh, yes, true. That might be the secret to Panaman's popularity, is the big hair. I'm on the 6-month special. Now that I'm a little older, my hair doesn't grow quite as fast, or it doesn't grow as fast as it used to, but I just like a haircut every 6 months. I mean, I think that's about right. It's very utilitarian. And then I'll let it grow. It gets about like middle back of neck or so. And then I will cut it. And I always get a crew cut. It's like maybe 2 millimeters on top. Oh, I forgot to get him to evade. Come on, evade. Okay. Now there's no way I'm going to knock him down without killing him. Let's see. Come on, don't kill him, don't kill him. Oh, I evade that. That's the worst thing, is when you can't get the knockdown. And yep, didn't get the charge. Oh well. Yeah, the 6 months. Every 6 months, I cut my hair and I shave it all off. I'm really worried that one day I'm going to shave it off, though it won't. 5 years, wow, that's impressive. Once in my life I had long hair. That was in my university days. And I just had to do it. And it was, yeah, it was really annoying, to be honest. It was like, you always had to deal with it. It was always like, just, it's amazing how your hair falls out when it's long. That'd be like around my house and be all these giant Enzo hairs all over the place. Yeah, it was something that I do not miss. And I must say, I do like it when my hair is a little longer. So right at about the 5 months is when it looks the best. It's like nice and full. And then at the 6 months, it's just gotten too much. It's like starting to get in my eyes, and I don't know, it's just starting to look really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really unkempt. Is that the right word? You know, my boss at work would be like, when are you getting a haircut? You know, it starts looking unprofessional, might be the word. And so yeah, 6 months is about the most I can deal with it. Wish that special had killed him. But, you know, it also does look really cool. Yeah, this quest has been, Lion's Quest has been, for uncollectors, been pretty easy. I remember a couple of these have been very hard. I haven't even looked and seen what these nodes are. I think the buffet, is that right? There's buffet on the other side. Sweet Nebula has Aspect of Death. Activates a special attack. Their successful hits become lethal. Good to know. Huh. Okay, I don't know if I'd known this. Well, do I have my check? Yeah, I got Yondu. Special attacks. Okay, see you, Dap. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Vision. Oh man, oh no, now she's delete though. That's so funny though. By the time though her special animation ends, her lethality is over. Huh. Did that not drain her power? Because I wasn't really paying enough attention. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy, this has been the worst play. It always happens on stream. Just always played like a terrible player. I can't strain her, so you don't have to worry about getting killed by her special. Hopefully Vision was synthesized. He didn't. What's going on? Something strange afoot. Why did he not? Is there something about what's it called? He is SIG 200, so he's all the way up there. So what do I have? 8 rank 5s, and 3 of them are tech. I have Vision, Stark Spider-Man, and who's the third one? I've totally forgotten. It'll come to me in a second. The third one is Iron Man Infinity War, and they're all SIG 200. It's a pretty good armada of tech champions. OG Vision. Okay, that's why. I wasn't paying attention. Obviously, she got parried. She parried me. Aspect of Death, same one. Can't decide. I might as well go with Blaze since she gets the danger sense. Yeah, OG Vision. He's one of my favorite characters. I had a little bit of regret right when I ranked him up because I was playing with him. It's like, he's okay. But you know what? In Alliance Quest and Alliance War, actually more in Alliance War, it's so nice because it's always a challenge sometimes to bait specials, and that's what leads you to get up against the wall because you're like baiting, you keep moving back, and then he just totally changes the fight. And, well, there's that. Hi, dudes. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Willkommen, bienvenue. No, I definitely don't think he gains too much at SIG 200. I like the gain a lot, and it's really, well, the place that's most useful is against Sabretooth. Sabretooth is almost always on rank 4, on node 4 in AW. And it's almost always a 565. And even though it's power stop 1, the synthesis sort of pushes through that, so I often can get yeah, I know. Well, I watch you, and I guess who's the other person? B-Manity. The way you two use them in Alliance War is incredible. You just both take them into situations I feel like I wouldn't be able to handle and easily decimate. I was watching one of your videos that you just totally crushed someone. I can't remember who it was. Who should I go? But now I'm definitely becoming much more comfortable using him. One fight I really want to use him more on is against Domino on node 31. Domino's an interesting fight just because she gets that lucky and trying to figure out when to deal with her, when to throw your special to get the heal block on, and also not have her dodge it. Because I fought her once there and I was fighting really good because I can get the dash back, and I can get the dash back intercept all the time because she has that long first attack in her combinations. But yeah, it was a matter of timing. I think it got her down to like 2%, and then I sort of panicked at the end. No, this was on, what node was this? No, it was on 2930, it was on node 30. Yeah, he's a great character. And he's so unique. I mean, he has double immunities, power drain, him and magic. At the time, I was looking for a power drain character, and it really came down to him or magic, and definitely ended up being him because I like the double immunities. You know, I was worried about in war going up against Biohazard. I'd used them before. Sorry, the AON mini boss. Yeah, you know, I had an interesting fight against that boss once. No, this was the no, it's actually I was on path. So path 4 we have all or nothing as one of just the nodes before the mini boss, before the debuff immune. And there's an Ant-Man on it. Oh my god, I think it's only a rank 4 Ant-Man, but Ant-Man shrugged off so many of my power drains. I was freaking out. I think, like, I noticed he was shrugging off the power gains, so I'd like, he'd building power and get synthesize out, go for the power drains, and he'd glance it. And then I'd do that again, and I guess I still hadn't realized it. And so I had invulnerability boost, so I let it build up to an SP1, I mean to a special 3, and then so the same thing happened. I don't think I'd gotten down too much, and he threw his I got him up to an SP3. Well, it was most long crazy story just because I was playing and concentrating. So he kept on glancing every time I threw or used my SP1 to drain power SP2, and I got really worried because I'd gone through one special 3, used my invulnerability boost, gone through a second one, and I think I was going towards a third one. Maybe only got down to like 30% or so, and so then I just had to play a lot more carefully. I think I kept on waiting until I built up to 2 bars of power for vision and used my SP2 just to make sure that it was going to drain all of his power. But that was a really interesting fight. I know Panda Man likes Ant-Man a lot. I could see where he'd have an interesting time as a defender in war because he has that glancing ability, and so I guess if you have the glance, specials don't work. Maybe a rank 5 Ant-Man would lead the league in kills. Let's see, we did Glaive last time. Let's try Vision. I've seen that Vision's a really good character for a Havoc. Something about his power drain mechanic, and the way the Havoc builds up power of plasma charges. I haven't really looked too much at Havoc, so not that much about him. But I do know that Vision seems to be killing them pretty easily. I haven't really played around with his special 1. I have no idea how to dodge it. Yeah, it's one of those special ones I feel like that has really an even timing. This is like you gotta dodge the first one, so just wait until the next one comes and then quickly dodge that one. Luckily with Vision, we don't really have to worry too much about specials. Yeah, those uneven, uneven specials always freak me out. The one who's the worst is, oops, what have I? Who died? Use 5 charges each time. Okay, that's, yeah. I knew there's something about the plasma charge and Vision. I did try 10 crystals to get a Havoc. I was hoping for any of them, and I didn't. I got a 3-star Diablo was my only interesting champ. We didn't have Diablo at all. So now I do as a 3-star. And Glaive quickly finishes them off. I'm sure you're light years ahead of everyone in completion dupes, but yeah, hopefully this will help get me closer to the minimum, and then I can push to get even more, because I always like trying to, my goal is always top 10 with every event, and I would say I'm really relatively consistent. Had a few 2nd place finishes to you, but I think once I tried to keep up with you for 1st, just impossible. I mean, I don't know how you do it. You just absolutely destroy everyone when it comes to any event. But it's great. I mean, you definitely help us get a lot of 6 stones, which is so nice. As I was saying before about map 7, I can go back to that. I'm really excited for it. I think the challenges are going to be incredibly cool. I'm a little worried about my time zone since we're such a North American based, but luckily I have such a big roster. I think we can sort of figure out what paths I can run that will allow me to sort of match my sleep cycle. Actually, never really known for Loki what the nerf dubes. Yeah, I know it's the opposite. We need to buff dubes. Man, I mean, imagine he can single-handedly like get us 5-6 stars, 6 stars every time. He practically does. Just carries the alliance. What was I going on about? I was going on about something was. Oh, map 7. Oh yeah. So hopefully I have enough diverse rosters that I can be put on a path that meets my sleep schedule. I'd actually be curious in Fort Loki what exactly everyone's time zones are. I feel like I don't know if there's anyone else in Europe. Maybe J-Rock, I think he does the graveyard shift, so he and I actually have a pretty similar sleep schedule. He's the only one I think of. Oh no, Raz. I forgot about Raz. I think Raz is in BG2. Raz is Turkish, but I believe he lives in Germany, and so he and I have obviously the similar time zones. Yeah, it's worked out great with Alliance War, but I remember someone saying, I think I was watching either Cade or BG, and they were running the demo of map 7, and they said it was sort of a much more, I would say linear is the right word, where you just have all the sort of same same sort of paths on each section. So there wasn't a whole lot of it's not like one path is shorter than another. It's just like 9 paths, all sort of equal lengths and all sort of equally linked. So if that's the case, and well, they even made the comment, this might be tough without international players, so I'm a little nervous about that. Let's see, it says an error occurred. Is the playback still doing alright? For some reason when I look at my screen it says there's an error. I'm going to go look at the actual live feed on YouTube and see if that's true or not. Let's see. It's always great looking at yourself, because then you hear yourself and just like it's being a time route. Oh, looks alright. Looks alright. Okay. You're in a time warp of insanity. Watching yourself talk and then hearing yourself talk again. I don't know if we refresh this, if that will do anything. See if I can see from my live stream page. So many questions I have about streaming, okay, that's alright. It's like, of course you never see anyone's view from the back end, so I'm now just seeing all the back end in this, and so, I'm at the YouTube page, which has my, sort of the live stream page, I guess, what I'd call it, and that's where I'm watching it, but I don't have any of the sound on because of the delay. It's too confusing. Okay, so let's continue. This is my last path of path 6, and then I'll go back into Aspect of Death. I remember this. Who should we use? I guess we use Iceman since she has class advantage. Iceman, as I've said before, he was the one rank 5 I may be most what's the word I'm looking for? I regret most. I don't even regret, because I like him a lot, but maybe he's the one I found the least useful. Like, I don't really use him in Alliance War, except he gets used as a defender, which is good. But I don't think he's gotten a kill in a long time. But in Alliance Quest, not Alliance Quest, Event Quest, he always shines. He's always just so good in all these different ones, so totally miss that. Just with his double immunity and his cold snap and his shut down the evades. Yeah, there's so much to like about him. I always find that half the time he's the MVP. He was like in Trials of the Alchemist next to Void. He was used a lot in the fights and always looked really good. See, this is the same thing, this Aspect of War. This is it's not a very interesting buff, Aspect of Death, just because he he uses so much of it in his in the animation. By the time the animation's over, and if you combo him, you don't have to worry about it. Not that I really want to make things harder, but if it was up to me, I would probably double the length of the of that aspect of death that way. Just give him a little more time to actually use it. So let's see. Okay, let's see if he uses it, and let's see if we can just combo him, and it'll be gone. It's probably gonna melt before it can do it. Come on, I press OK. I know. No, didn't matter because he is dead. Hey, Metaphor S, good to see you. Buff Dreamin'. Yeah, I guess if Dreamin' needs any buff, I think he could be even more, what's the word? More critical. Maybe that would be his buff. He's critical. He'd be rank 5 critical rating. Let's see, who are we? Captain America. So, of the many characters I have, I do not have Captain America Infinity War. I really like him a lot. Just seems so awesome. Ah, he's an Avenger. Bring out the Corvus. Avengers are always the ones I miss with Corvus, just because I never really pay attention. Like, we got to the point where I sort of recognize when a champion is, well, of course, Tech and Mutants, easy enough. The auto block, evade, I now know. But definitely back on the Avenger. Ooh, oh, well, hello there. I would say, so much for getting that charge. That was definitely the definition of an SB1. I thought I timed it right, but that would be a definite no. Oh. The worst part about this is I really enjoyed Corvus for my fight against what's his name? That Sentinel. He just wrecks that Sentinel right before the Havoc boss. Oh well, I guess that means I have another like 6-hour fight with Blade. Let's see. Who would be good against Sentinel? Wasp, I think I'll just use Blade on her. I have a 6-star Wasp. She is so sweet. Just that, hey Dreamin', I've been talking trash about you all night. What have I been saying? I was saying that if we buffed you, you'd be a rank 5. Rank 5 critical response would be your awakened ability. So what have we had tonight? We've had the top 5 most popular in For Loki. And so just to recap that, number 1 was of course Brian Grant. Number 2, Panda Man Pete. Number 3, Cade. I'm sorry, I totally went with the wrong character. Number 4 was, who's after Cade? Was it, I think Cam's and Dude might round out the top 5. I had Mandy there, but now that I think about it. But, yeah, it's true. It's because I'm not a rank 5 in critical, what is it? Critical response. Yeah, more like a rank 1. Apparently I'd be a rank 5 in eating heavies from Wasp and SP1s from Vision. I didn't see it. Maybe I'll watch the replay. Yeah, Dreamin' does lead For Loki in what do you call it? Stream evidence used against us. I think you have 2 points in that right now. I might have 1 because I accidentally showed out Prestige and Alliance Quest. I guess everyone has a first one. Yeah, I need to start watching the streams. This last week I sort of went easy on the game. I wasn't in Arena as much, just sort of playing when I could. No Alliance Quest and no Alliance War. It felt good to take a little mini vacation. It was definitely much needed. You know, I love this game, but sometimes, yeah, I know, Jamie, that's great. That's a good sign. That means you're doing something right. Yeah, boy, that was absolutely classic when who was it? Panama and Pete started that thread on Reddit. Oh, that's great. I didn't realize this would happen. I might use a revive here to get my Corvus because I don't feel like fighting, slow fighting this Sentinel. pop another revive. I think I got 10 in the overflow. Gives me plenty of time to do things. Let's see here. Ah, Mr. Sentinel. Good to see you. Oh, this fight took forever last time. Wish I had Dangerous Sense. Okay, let's take a look at the revive. So I have 10 of any. Nope, don't have 10 of any. Okay, let's go with 20%. Just so much quicker. Yeah, well, sorry a minute for us to just use a revive right in front of you. Yeah, of course, watching people get wrecked. That's what I like to do. I'd like to make a war video, just like a compilation of people getting wrecked. Maybe I could take all of the deaths in 4 Loki first season and BG3 and just put those in. That would be, I'm sure, highly entertaining. Still trying to find some good niches to make content on. I mean, everyone sort of does the. See, just one kills him. Yep. Everyone sort of does the same old war videos and crystal openings. I was thinking about trying to actually like really mathematically figure out attack and how much damage it does. So like starting with like a rank 1 vision and going through Road to the Labyrinth and looking at the armor of the opponent and also his attack rating, and then trying to put it all together to make, you know, just some ideas of what is the formula that leads to how much damage he cause. Okay, so let's try Corvus. I've been using him a lot. Yeah, I have some Act 6 on stream. Oh yeah, I can't wait till Act 6. I bet one day it's just gonna pop up. You know, it's sort of what happened with Variant. Just playing the game one day and it came up before everyone even realized it. My reflector just did something very funky. I assume the stream's alright. Okay, let's get Corvus against this guy. So, it's always, by the 6th time, well, I said now I'm gonna get wrecked. You sort of know what to expect against this boss. Get the old crazy heavy. I like that. I assume that's a node, not actually part of his. Oh no. Did I actually dodge all of them? Wow, I had no idea what I was doing. I just sort of guessed. Now he's got another one. Oh, that time I definitely did not dodge him. Plasma detonate. Yeah, I know. It's hard though, dude. It's just like, you know, in the corner of my eye, I see the chat scrolling. I'm like, oh, what did someone say? What did someone say? And especially as a new streamer, you know, I really feel like I need to be right on top of chat because, you know, if not, you guys would leave and go watch Dave or someone else. Yeah, it's true, but exactly. That's what I feel like doing. You know, when you have 8 viewers, you gotta be right up with the chat, else they will leave, and then you have 0 viewers. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was once. Was it during when we did the live wars when I had some record of 20 viewers or 12 viewers, and there was a lot of chat going. That was then I could really feel the difficulty of trying to phase out the chat. Or actually, the hardest part was that dreaming. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention again. Oh, well, at least I get to see a special 3. Ah, you get to get a hit in. I don't know if you cause any damage. Goodbye, Void. And that's the end of Void. BG's good at knowing everyone. That's true. I have a theory about BG's chat. So when I first started watching him, I would always, you know, try to get my chats in. And I feel like if I can put a long chat in, like if I almost go to the end of the character, so it's like a little mini paragraph, then he's more likely to read that and answer it than he is if you just say a small thing like, hello BG, should I rank 5 Gwenpool? Because I think it catches him more, the long one. Huh, okay, I can't tell if I dodge those or not. I assume Havoc bleeds. Oh, it does. I assume I'm about to get something detonated on me. Hooray. Okay, that's the end of 6. That's good, Dreamin'. You know what I did? I had your stream on, Dreamin', and I was listening to your commentary as I fought, which was hilarious. It was really funny because you'd be like, what do you just say? You'd be like, punish the special one, punish the special one, after I just stay back, and then you'd be like, finish your hits with mediums. You know, you would give me, it's like coaching. It's like having your wrestling coach like screaming in your ear as you're grappling with someone. Yeah, it wasn't too distracting actually, playing war that way. Probably could have, well, I didn't die in any of my fights, I guess is alright, but probably would have made sense to totally take a headset off and fight in peace. Okay, so let's see, let's go back and do 2. Just get some more points, try to keep on cleaning up this quest. Yeah, I know I did. You didn't mind telling me as I was playing along. The honest truth is that's actually my playing style. Boy, I have the mega conservative playing style. Like no intercepts, no, you know, not punishing SB1s unless I'm 100% sure. I definitely play the slow long game. But that must work well, even though I was on an easy path. 1 death is still 1 death in the season. Let's see. I guess we just go with Corvus. Man, Corvus with suicides. Oh, boy, he is just made for suicides. Usually my rank 5 is really on that's suicide friendly. But now with Corvus, so I'm gonna have suicides on all the time. Corvus, Omega, and who's the one I said? Vision. Be the awesome Suicide Squad. And those 3 characters are really, they're so strong. They're not really effective. In fact, Corvus and Omega, they sort of thrive off suicides. And that's the team right there. I assume with willpower. That Omega Red is actually gaining health. You only take only 90%. No, you only take 10% health damage from bleed. You finish in low portion rate with 1 death. Yeah, it's true. That's true. I definitely low on the power rating scale. I feel like there's one season where I was like, we should go back and look. I think I was right in the middle of one season. I actually had more deaths. And I don't know if it's because I was fighting harder fights. I don't think so. It's really the same thing. Maybe have the power ranges changed? Has the algorithm changed? Maybe I'm just making it up. I can't remember. We have to ask Taters one day, see what he says. You finished the lower. Oh, sorry, I was reading your comment. That is a classic case of reading while fighting. I was trying to let the SP1 or SP2 take time as I read. That's an amateur stream mistake. Stream mistake 101. Oh man, boy, Ant-Man, longest fight ever. And that's the Ant-Man. Okay, you finished lower in power ranks with your 1 death. I had 8 more deaths since you. Yes, true. I saw some big amount of deaths that I was behind or close. It all has to do with the lane, though. I mean, of course, the lane where you almost expect it to die. Then your power rating goes up and up. You just don't have to win many of those fights. Oh, I was on a plane recently. I was watching an episode of Simpsons, and they had that scientist, and I feel like I lost sound. And the scientist had some saying where he said he made some tests for all of Springfield, maybe to determine who was like the most quality or the the best person in Springfield. And I guess someone had come out really low, and Lisa's trying to help him, and Lisa like analyzed all the tests, and she said, there's a big flaw in your test right here. And the scientist said something to the effect, well, it's like, it's always important to make sure your tests do whatever you want. I can't remember. Okay, this story has been terrible. Never mind. Pretend you never heard the story. Yeah, exactly, Jim. Exactly. Hey, Art. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you around. Trying to stream a little earlier. I think my new technique with streaming is just what path is this? Oh, I took the teleporter. My new philosophy on streaming is I just go on YouTube, see if anyone else is streaming, and then if they aren't, I jump in. 2 deaths this season on 6 and 7 diamond on Node 12. Oh yeah, I mean, you can ask Dreamin'. 12 was my nemesis. Boy, I like totally got beaten when I was first put on there, and then they quickly wised up and put me on just pure 7. Who did you use on against Iron Man Infinity War? I started using what's his name? Void. And so I tried to get as many debuffs as I could, but as soon as you get like 4 or 5 Furies, yeah, exactly. The dance you have to do is so funny. So usually you can get them down pretty close to finish with enough Furies, and then with enough debuffs, and then you just have to dance around until he melts. It's hilarious, the dance. It's definitely the oh wait, my reflector is stopped. Okay, we have technical problems. Let's see. Let me just pause this fight. Somehow my reflector died in the middle of the stream. Okay, let's use the old transition to scene 2. I've been trying to do this, and that should give you this as a test, as a screen. That way I can get everything up and running again. Okay, so this is a test. Actually, I need to change that to, what do they always say in TVs? Technical difficulties. That's what it was. Technical difficulties. So for some reason my reflector quit on me. I noticed it was acting funny, so I'm not too surprised. But let's restart it, and then we can get the game back on. Yeah, I know 12. Boy, that thing can be so hard. I mean, those Furies ramp up so quick that it doesn't take long before. I remember even Iron Man Infinity War was hitting through my block, and it just totally, yeah, it was just like taking 10% each time. I found my old streaming app companies. You should. I don't think I've ever been in one of your streams. Let's see what's happening. My reflector is still acting funny. Let's try to quit and go back in. Okay. Okay, now it looks like it might work. Just gotta put in the secret code. And all the way back. Okay, looks good. Okay, I think it might work again. Let's see if we can go back to the fight. This is an exciting fight too. We got Vision versus Iceman. Dudes rocked it yesterday. You had a nice stream. Yeah, again, boy, this last week I've been totally out of it, but I need to start watching the streams again. Well, I feel like we are the microbrews of streaming. Like, you know, of course there's the big ones, but I mean, especially for Loki, we have tons of little microbrewers. I did watch B Manny and his daughter opening up crystals. He was like, disguise who it is. I was trying to think what she would say. She should have just sort of said like Spider-Man. I would have said, what would I have said? It's a character that no one likes. So, that has, it's one of 2 Gwens. The one that no one likes. That would have been my description. I was playing with Spider-Gwen in Arena. I guess the buff is official. I feel like that sort of happened real quick without anyone knowing that the buff just. Because I thought they were doing the beta, and then they take that feedback and tweak it and test it. But it seems like when I played her yesterday, the special one was a much different animation than I was used to. She's like it was a lot like Spider-Man's special one, and then okay, that explains it. Yeah, I know. I love B-Man's crystal. It means called Game Shows, $35. Wow. Just gonna start a stream. I call it Wirecast. Whoa. So my streaming setup is Reflector, which cost $15 US, and I use OBS, and yeah, that's how I've been doing it. So it's been pretty cheap setup to get it done, and really easy. I mean, OBS is just so straightforward. It just doesn't seem to take any well, it's almost like not brainless, but it's pretty simple. Let's see. Okay, sorry, just got distracted by a text. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You'd be very proud of me, Dreaming. I didn't buy either of the ultimate crystal bundles today. That must be like a new achievement in the Enzo, what you call it, stream. No, what's it? Enzo whale watching. But I was tempted. 3 chances at a 4-star bleed immune. That's pretty nice, and a couple of thousand 4-star shards. Now, if that was 3 legendary crystals and 1,000 5-star shards, I definitely would have got one. Well, thanks, Steven. I know. I've turned over a new page. Get my mission for the Star-Lord. Oh, I can't wait to do my legend run. I really want to do my legends run live. I know it's going to slow me down, so I won't. It's going to come soon. It's Corvus. He's going to absolutely send me to that Legends title. I just got to get everything right. I feel like things I want to change my masteries. I saw someone's masteries. Where are you from? So I'm half Swiss, half from the United States. Originally, I grew up half the time here. I spent some time in the United States, and then now I've been back here. My dad now lives in Chile, and so he's not Chilean though. So sort of from all over. I definitely have spent most of my life here in Europe, but I spent about, how many years is it? About 10 years in the United States, which that was pretty cool. Developed this really nice American accent to my English, which I think is really, really excellent. But now I'm definitely in Switzerland forever. I'm not leaving this place. It's just, it's like you go out and see the world and go to all these different places, and you finally realize like what you want, and this is what I want. When I was young, I always felt it's sort of like a more backwards country, not as like what's the word? You always, well, to be honest, you always think the United States is the most amazing place ever, and in many ways it is. But no, I just get used to more of the culture here, and just feel more at home at it. So here I will stay. But like many people in this really small country, it's everyone's origins are so mixed that it's hard to really find anyone who's just this or that. I never quite sure. When I was in the States, I was in the state of Virginia, and I don't know if that means I have developed a southern accent or not. A lot of people talked with sort of a southernness to their voice. I think I might have picked some of that up. But yeah, the States was cool. I think Europe's cool. Chile is pretty cool. Usually I go to Chile once or twice a year. I haven't gone this year. My dad's lived there for about 15 years now, but the journey is such a long journey, so I've managed to convince him to come here. So he'll be here in a few months to hang out for a couple of weeks. It'd be good. Well, I'm really, really thankful I don't fly over there. But now that there's internet on airplanes, I just sit there and play MCOC the entire trip. This is special protection. I was wondering why all my fights were taking forever. And I wasn't paying attention, so I'm going to get SP3'd soon by this. My sister lives in the Washington, D.C. area, so I was back there over the winter holidays, and it was great. I was just on the airplane board. It's about an 8-hour flight from Geneva to Washington, D.C., and I just sat there playing MCOC like the entire flight. I was really nervous because were we in Alliance War? I think we're in Alliance Quest. I knew I had to do some moves, and so airplane internet is about as unreliable. You get a salute? late night R-rated talk show. Wow. That is the most flattering thing anyone's ever said to me. Meta for S. Well, I don't know what to say. You and Cade have given me like the nicest compliments. Every time I'm free in Alliance Quest, Cade's always like, "You sexy beast, you can move." That always makes me laugh. I guess I need to start making it rated R. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, and then on the way back, so I was coming back to Geneva. I was on from Washington DC to Geneva, and was it? Yeah, it was an Alliance war, and I did have to do one fight on the plane, or I had to do an entire section on the plane. Oh, I was so worried. I just, it's like the internet would start coming in and out, and I'd wait until I thought the internet was pretty solid, and then I went in and did my fights, and some miracle worked. But if you think about not playing for 8 hours, it's sort of near impossible. I mean, of course, except when you sleep, but you're sort of entitled to your sleep schedule. But I would say in For Loki, you're never really allowed to have 8 hours off, just since you're so needed on various parts of the game. Except when you're sleeping, you're sort of allowed to have your sleep time. It'd be interesting to see like all the cool stories from people like having to play. Like I've been out skiing and had to find a ski location or a ski station to duck into and play. Have to wait till my hands unnumb and then on my phone play a quick round of Alliance Quest just to keep things moving. Yeah, I'm actually so amazed. Like when you think about the 30 of us, just always finding time, and this Alliance is amazing. I can remember J11. We'd be down to like the final seconds in Alliance Quest almost every time, and just scrambling, and like chat would be blowing up. Where's this person? Where's Donatello? And it's just screaming back and forth, like hurry up, and it's crazy. And then I think we even got to the point where I don't think I ever stayed off the game. Yeah, I know. It's just the way it is. I mean, even if you're a casual player, you're doing Alliance Quest, you have to be ready to go on to those 2 fights when they're ready. I do feel pretty fortunate because the paths I run are mostly independent. I do run the outside lanes with Taters, Pete, and Cade. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pete is, but believe me, Pete is better. He wouldn't even make the bottom third of J11. Pete does a pretty good job comparatively to many alliances I've seen. But yeah, we're on that right side. I'm doing the outside path with Cade. Seems to work out. That's where Cade's always tell me free. Once I remember that Taters got really nervous because it always happens. It's like you wait, you're ready to clear, and then all of a sudden you have to like go do something for an hour or two. And this was one of those things. Like I had waited for the 3 hours just watching, could play at any time. Nothing happens. Like, oh great, I could wait for 2 hours. And we still had like 4 hours left, but then I came back 2 hours later and there's like this message from Taters is like, Enzo, I need you now. If you don't clear in the next 30 minutes, I won't be able to finish my path. And so that always makes you feel so guilty. You just like feel terrible because I went down, and you don't want to be that guy. But I mean, I guess, but you never see that for Loki. No one's ever that guy. Everyone's always ahead of the curve. I feel like if they're clearing. I need to get better at playing on my iPhone. Since I play on the iPad, I don't carry my iPad around. I usually carry it and I'm able to play with it, but sometimes, like when I'm on a train or if I'm away. Of course, the iPad's so much smaller. What is this nonsense? Is this the 15 hits? Oh no, I better not take a risk. Okay. End of trying to parry. 14, 15. Let me see. Taking damage now. Oh no, I just got reflexed. Oh god. What is this? It has some word we have to build up the 15 combo. The worst is what it is. Always seem to get right to 15 and then take a hit. I missed that. Okay, see at 15, see gotta start getting damage. No. Oh, maybe it's specials only. I love guessing at nodes. When I go before Luki. That is an answer for Power Shield. That's it. Yep. I did not realize that until I built up 15 combos, which of course I had to do twice, and then I noticed it. So, see Metaphor S. Yeah, exactly, like 10.2k. I think that's sort of the baseline. Boy, our prestige is like crazy high these days. And I don't think we really have people leave. I was trying to remember. Did we have someone leave after this season? Yeah, Elm did, that's right. I didn't really know Elm at all. I guess he wasn't in my battle group. I didn't see him chat too much. I'm sure he was a good guy, but he left. And then he was replaced by someone who I can't remember their name. Yeah, it's like, I felt lucky to get in. I always seem to get in at the right time. So I've been in J11 for 3 or 4 seasons, and then a couple guys from J11 went over, Raz, Zen, and Car Guy. And I never really thought about when they went over though. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They went over. And so I remember contacting Max before one season. I can't remember what season it is. And he said no one's leaving, but stay in touch. And then the next season ended. And I remember the big thing was everyone was really concerned about, or he was really concerned, Max was really concerned about getting a player who was legit. And so, oh, Mo Battle Chips, oh no, I didn't realize he retired too. This last season? Oh, I totally missed that. Boy, was especially how much attention I pay. I feel like I only really tend to pay attention to BG3 just because that's who I'm so used to. I would say BG3 and sort of like the main, what's the word I'm looking for? The main figureheads for Loki, like B Manning and that's it. No, Max, and is that it? Yeah, maybe. I mean, Alliance is big. I mean, 30 people is a lot. And you just get so caught up in your battle group because obviously that's who you play most of the game with. Yeah, too. But I mean, our battle group's been solid. I feel like we had Arctic Chaos join us. Huge. Who you guys think? Well, I would guess Dreamin'. No, that's just my trash talking. I don't know. It's always a surprise. I don't think you ever really anticipate anyone. And again, I only know BG3 really well, but it's not like anyone really says, oh, I'm getting tired, or everyone seems really enthusiastic about continue playing, but who knows? It's just like we're saying, you have to be so involved. It doesn't take too much from life to make it impossible to be in like these type of alliances. I really hope no one from BG3 ever retires. It's just such a fun group, just so used to it. Oh, 6-star Carnage. Down he goes. Oh man, it's funny when you play things like event quests. You just feel like a god of this game. Yeah, considering too that these are all rank 5s I'm using. Okay, let's see our new SP1. It's pretty cool now. See if we can take a look at it with this fight. I like it just because it's, well, the older one was so, well, I suppose so stupid, and yet it was also so unique, so I don't know if I liked it or not. There was one, I think it was Act 4, where they had her. Oh, there it is. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, good, she evaded. Let's see if I can get a mission out of this. What was it? A few of us hang by a thread because of what, this performance? I gotta read it. Yeah, that's true. I'm always hanging by a thread. Boy, put me on the wrong path in Alliance War and I would be kicked so quick. Man, if I was on path anything but 7, it might be the end. I'm trying to think, what was I talking about? Spider-Gwen. Oh yeah, what was it? Act 4. I think there was one right before the Collector where she was, what did she had? She had unblockable SP1. It's so funny. It's just like, yeah, I really appreciate when Kabam does like little silly things like that. Just shows they have a sense of humor. I wonder how worried everyone is. When you first joined, I thought you were getting kicked after most wars. Yeah, no, those first couple of wars, yeesh, that's what I was saying earlier. I was on pass 6, 7. No 12 was just absolutely gutting me. But I fill that really important niche of what is that niche of, you know, you have to have someone run pass 7. So, you know, you don't need an amazing player. So might as well be me. What does this guy have? This is the power shield again? I think so. Okay, I won't be tricked this time. Just get with the old SP1. Yep, that seemed to do it. Hopefully Cold Snap and the Frostbites do the rest of my work for me. Yeah, that was not such a great start to my 4 Loki career. And yeah, you know, I've gone back and of course I'm always watching BG's Wars. I didn't have the right mentality to fight 12. Who else said there's 12? Was it Har8 or Metaphor S? In 12 you just have to be quick. And as I said before, that's really the antithesis of my fighting style. I'm really a slow fighter. I don't like going in quick. I like to, you know, just eat a lot of blocks and wait for the surefire openings. And so, no 12, you absolutely can't do that. And yeah, that was sort of a painful learning lesson. I think well, the worst war, I think I died twice on that to an OG Spider-Man because my whole plan was to just whenever he had 1 bar tower, because it's SP1 unblockable, I would just sit back far away and hold block, figuring he wouldn't throw it and come in and attack me, and then I would wait for a heavy or the end of his combo. But you know, I'd be like sitting far away and he'd still throw the SP1, and then of course it was unblockable. I was all confused by that, so I died once and died again, and so that was horrible. And then after that, I had the Green Goblin, and I just fought Korg, and actually I've done a really good job against Korg. That's a rank 5 Korg on node 42, and I beat him with my, what did I beat him with? Probably Void. And so I was really proud of that. I was like, whew, okay, I'm saved. They won't kick me now. And in the fight I turned off Dex, and then I had a Green Goblin to fight on the mini boss, was at 52, and I went in with Stark Spider-Man just because my Void had lost so much health against Korg, and I ended up getting killed by Stark Spider-Man because I couldn't make any of the poise charges since I didn't have Dex on. So I was just fighting him, not getting any poise charges. He was healing because he has 100% heal gain on that. And about halfway through, well, maybe about 30 seconds in the fight, I realized that, and yeah, I just took another death. So I had 3 deaths in that 1 war as the very first season. Maybe. And I was like, uh-oh, this is not a good sign. But I think I turned around that war. I think I was put on past 7, and then it was pretty clear sailing. I don't think I had any more deaths. And then the next season, did I have 3 deaths? Yeah, I was one of there's a whole group of us with 3 deaths, and now I'm down to 1. So, you get better. And yeah, I'm just so used to the path now. I can almost predict every champion on the path. I know all the nodes well enough. As boring as it is to be on the same path over and over again, there is also to be said for just the experience you have with that path and just knowing it. But the fights are, compared to other ones, pretty easy. The last 3 wars this season, I had more interesting fights. I had a rank 5 Domino on 1. I had another Korg again. I was always getting rank 5 Iron Man Infinity Wars on the Aggression Armor one, which I think Void just eats him. Sandai 1's 2 5. Yeah, Medusa, she always gives me trouble. I still would say I'm not particularly good at fighting Medusa. Oh man, I should have had 0 deaths this one. Dreaming. My only death was when Unblockable was going on here. So, oh, that's gonna Void. What had happened? Yeah, I timed out because like an idiot I took Void against Taskmaster on 31. It was such an easy fight with Spider-Man 2. But Medusa, yeah, I don't know, I've never really felt comfortable fighting her. I always I tend to space out in fights, and so I would definitely space out on her living strands. So, you know, for the first like minute, I'm fine, I'm paying attention. But at some point, I forget about it, and she throws a heavy. I'm like, oh, time to attack and go with a 5 combo. And next thing I know, she's killed me. Oh man, I'm having a bad time against the Cyclops. Might be aim to revive. Oh, that wasn't so good. I probably should have looked at those. Speaking of being clueless, seeing exactly what it has. Oh, I swear I dodged that. I swear I dodged that. Deuce is fun. Yeah, she's a pretty cool champ. You know, everyone must be a fighter because we never get kills to Medusa anymore. New Death No Aim seasons. Yeah, exactly. If you don't set everything up in war, sometimes you just make a simple mistake. Like I didn't turn Dex on. You don't put your Cosmic Boost on. It's easy to just make a small mistake and that costs you a kill. But yeah, that's the cool part about war. And that's another thing about For Loki, which is really impressive. I feel like everyone in there is just so good about being prepared and ready for every fight. There's just very few silly errors. I mean, we have a couple of disconnections which you just can't help. What's this Cyclops has? Champion Boost, Bubble Shield. Each block type reduces block efficiency. Okay, next attack's unblockable. Checkmate. Shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with him. Probably because I'm trying to read chat too much. Is my convenient excuse. It's streaming excuse 101. So yeah, that's the For Loki, would just always be ready and prepared for every fight. I think it's one of our hallmarks. Hooray! Finally got down to Cyclops. It took longer than it should. So my legend run. So I'm gonna go in with Corvus. I just gotta do some more fights against Mr. Sinister just to make sure I know which character to take against him. Some time at 1. I know. Oh man. Like, what happened to us, we tied against MXXIV, and I'm sure everyone who gave a death in that war, like I know BG was talking about on stream because he gave a death. I mean, everyone felt so guilty. I mean, because when you tie against the Alliance, I mean, you are the reason why we lost. And so yeah, I think it was just a guilt fest. Okay, well, I thank you in advance for volunteering, Dreamin'. I need someone good, you're right, to have me direct. Wow, 10 points. Yeah, that's pretty close. I'm sure everyone who had a death in there feels guilty. I'm trying to think, any good hints for legend runs. So I know with Corvus to just put all of your points in the damage one. I can't remember which of the masteries is that. Let's go look at that real quick. Masteries, let's see. So put all the points in lesser precision. No, that's the critical rating. All the points in lesser cruelty. And don't put any in the upper two because it just does crits. Definitely run suicides. Definitely run. I guess I'm gonna put some points in what you call it, in assassinate. Maybe go with 5 points in assassinate. Don't know if it's worth putting any in courage. Probably not. And the other one is recoil. Maybe. Yeah, I guess if I have recoil up all the way, he's just going to do crazy damage on his SP2. Defense, I have to have the willpower, that'll give me the healing, but I'll definitely take off the inequity and resonate. And proficiencies, I guess I'll keep the stuns on because that way when I parry them I can just make sure I get the extra long stuns. I won't need any number though, so I can put those other places. So I think that's my mastery setup. So a lot in the cruelties, and of course the suicides, and then yeah, and then just go big boost through the hole, For a Legends run, yeah, I was wondering that. 56 points in the offensive tree. Just figuring with Corvus, that's a lot use, or just, what's the word? Not ambiguous, superfluous is the word, I think. Yeah, there's just something I don't think you need, because, yeah, it's like you don't need any in despair, it's not going to get you anything. I mean, it's not going to bleed anyone, so you don't need anyone in deep wounds. But, yeah, I think that's my plan, so. Mostly in offense and cruelty, enough defense to give me willpower, that's 18, and just enough proficiencies to make sure I have a reasonable link stun. Measure runs with 455 star load. Oh nice, 2 of them. Yeah, well, it's probably skill, but I do like to blame my device. I'm always worried that my device doesn't load quick enough. I remember the last Legend run I was doing, I felt like I was on track, my fights were going quick, things seemed to be happening well, but I looked at my time and at some point I was like, oh my god, it's taking me so long just to get through this part of the game. And I was convinced it's because my device loading screens were too slow, so, but you can see them here on stream, and so if any of you think that these are too low, let me know. I'm using an iPad Pro, but it's like the first generation iPad Pro. Alright, thank you for stopping by. It's great to see you. Have a good night. Bonsoir. Is this the Power Shield one again? Okay, we'll just get to an SP1 and see what that does to him. The answer is not as much damage as I was hoping. Guess I got to, what's the word? Get some missions. Yeah. Still working on Corvus, I would say. I'm under the Dreaming rating system, probably like a 4 out of 10 on Corvus. He's a really cool character. I'm so glad I ranked 5 him. There's such a big debate between him and Hyperion, though. It seems like Hyperion's actually really going to be an amazing champion for map 7. I'm in pretty good shape. Let's go look at my inventory. So I've been hoarding inventories, just waiting for some rank 5 decisions, rank 4 decisions. So yeah, I'm still a good bit away, 30,000 about away from the next rank 5. But hopefully an offer, and once I finish uncollected, that's 9,000. So I was hoping one of those 22,000 ones and an offer, that'll do it. And I'll be able to, is that right? I'll be able to have another rank 5. Been building up tier 2 alpha. Those have, I feel like those have been slow lately. I mean, of course, we're getting from Alliance Quest and the crystals, but we had so many deals in January with calendars, but now it's just sort of slowed down. Metaphorus, thank you very much. You are awesome for stopping by. I guess for you, it's bonne journée. You're probably in the States still. I'll see you soon. What was I saying about the tier 2 alpha? Yeah, so now my goal is to have 10 tier 2 alpha, so I'm ready at any chance once I get my next rank. Once I'm ready for my next rank 5, that I can take any character I want to rank 5. And that way, let's say we decide in map 7 that we need a Venom. I'll be ready to get this Venom to rank 5. Because I have, of course, tons of rank 3s who are, you know, but you need 10 tier 2 and 10 tier 4 basic. Or, I'm trying to think else. Who else have I seen? Maybe Omega Red would be useful. I do have a Mutant Awaken gem. I actually still have the generic, so I have a lot of flexibility to give us what we need. There's the Dream and Special Crossbones. Could take him to rank 5 if we needed him in AW, but luckily Dreamin can handle it. I'm trying to think. What are characters? I think Venom is the one I've seen the most that would be good to have. Maybe X23. I guess there's a bleed path where it's good to have a character who can bleed, but with Blade, and everyone having rank 5 Blades, I can't imagine. I must say, I wouldn't mind taking X23. I love her. I just don't think she's that great a character, but she and Rogue are 2 of my just sort of like favorite characters who aren't great characters. Haven't seen much call for Aegon. I think he's good, but I don't think he like deals with any of the specific nodes. Black Panther, ooh, Massacre. That's an interesting choice. I do have a Skill Awakening gem, so I could always use on him. Rank 5 him. Darkhawk, Black Heimdall. I love Proxima. Man, Every time I see her, I'm just like, oh, I gotta rank 5 her. I would use my generic Awakening Gem on her. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I just like her. Unfortunately, I'm still working on Corvus, getting him up to Sig 200, so all of my 5-star Sig stones are really... Oh, thank you, Master. I know, you're not the first to comment on that. Oh, Golk is the other one, so if I was going to take up Golk's Sig, not Sig, his what you call it, his Awaken ability is really quite useless, so like we decide that we need a Golk. I don't know if I want to put the investment in. If I was going to rank up one Golk or the other, it would definitely be the 6-star one, but that extra tier 5 basic, ooh, that's hard to put in. But again, like, you know, if that's what we need for map 7, then sure. Okay. So those are my map 7 thoughts. So yeah, I'm hoping pretty soon I get my next rank 5, and it could be a huge help in wherever we need him. I was really thinking about having him as a defender, but my next rank 5 was to be defender for Alliance War, but now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure if that's the way to go. Probably be a map 7 rank up. I think I can't decide who would be the best. We don't really have a rank 5 Quake. We don't have a rank 5 Morningstar on defense. We don't have a rank 5 Hyperion. You know, I could see one of those doing good double duty, especially the Hyperion. So he'd be good on Alliance War defense, even though I don't think Taters really likes him too much. Says he doesn't get any kills. What do we have here? Masochism, overclocked. But tech, okay, well, easy enough. Off to a tech. Though, you know, I think it's worth having, you know, even sort of those second tier defenders as rank 5, because rank 5 is inherently better than rank 4, and they're going to be placed anyway. So, I mean, that's what I noticed. Aside from like the ones who always get kills, you know, the things and the dominoes, you're probably better off having sort of like more subtle champs who get the kills. Like both my magic and an opponent's magic has gotten kills in Alliance War this last season, so maybe having a rank 5 magic would be, because I don't think we place any rank 5 magics on defense, so maybe that would be the best rank up, and I'd love to take magic to rank 5. She's a cool character, just for defense. Doesn't seem like she has too much use in the new map 7 though. There's certainly no nodes that she excel on, but how long do you think we wait until we can 565 here? 6-star? 565 6-star. Is it 565? What would be the scaling on a 6-star? I'm maybe curious. I assume it's rank 5 because everything goes up to rank 5. Let's look at the 6-star and see what they are right now. So they go up to, oh, they do up to 25. Okay, that's funny. They're the same as, so 4-star also goes up to 455, but 4-star, no, 5 stars do, but 4-star and goes up to rank 40, so rank 50. Yeah, it's funny. You think they'd scale the 6 stars up 1. That's true, Meister. I mean, it's true, Dreamin. Dreamin loves to point that out. I think I have that pointed out by him at least like 10 times a stream. Let's see. And it's true. I am a massive aware. I've spent way too much on this game. She only gets to 440. Okay. 565, 6-star. Long time. A long time. I would guess, my guess in Act 6 is we will be able to open up, I don't think that's true. I bet in Act 6 we'll start getting the, what do you need, those tier 5 class Codless. I wonder if you have like a gem that you can open up to get one. And even that, you might need 2. This message is how for you. So, yeah, I would guess we're still a long way away. I think I'm the worst person to give theories about anything, just because I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm really an expert at this game, but I think that 6 stars were brought in more to give us hard opponents, like in Alliance Quest, like this Loki, for instance, and Uncollected. I have a feeling that that's why, because I needed to break open the scale, like the rank 2. So you can see anything about this guy. Now rank 2, 6-star Loki, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5. No, that's too much, sir. That is way too much treatment. I would say my spending compared to Cal. I'm trying to think. So he spends on each crystal opening. What does he spend? So he does about 400. So it's about 4,000. Is that right? 4,000 francs, dollars, US dollars. Is it really that much? I guess so. So that would be approximately, I would say, might be a yearly spending. So I think he spends as much in one crystal opening as I do in a year. But maybe not. Maybe I am closer than I think. I mean, it's one of those things I probably shouldn't think about. But yeah, boy, I mean, that's an incredible amount of money he spends. What I've noticed too, 10K a month, yeah, that's what I would have thought. What I've noticed too is that almost at this point, I mean, the things I spend the most on right now are definitely 5-star shards. Tier 5 basic shards and 6-star shards. Those are the things I would say would interest me the most. I still pick up other offers because I love opening crystals, 5-star crystals. Yeah, no, as someone once told me, the worst thing you want to do is look at your bank statement when it comes to this game. But it's like, it's almost, even if I get more champions, and I like trying to collect all the champions, it doesn't really help me too much. Because it's like I can't really rank 5 them, or even rank 4 at this point. See how my tier 2 class alpha are. So like Havoc and Mr. Sinister, I mean I want to get them, but they wouldn't help me do anything in this game. So unless a character comes out who's really good, and then I might be tempted to go after them and feature Grandmaster Crystals, but as it stands now, I can't say there's all that many characters that recently I've seen worth going for. I probably would have gone a little more hard for Thing if Art hadn't gotten so quick. And that's the other thing, the way diversity works, it's like you can get a character, but unless he's Okay, Dreamin', always good to have you around, and thank you for your insightful comments. Bonne journée to you. I know you're on the West Coast. I'll see you next time. What was I saying? Yeah, it's like, even if I get a new character, I really can't do anything. I can rank 3 and that's it. So I sort of reached a stopping point in this game as far as getting characters. I still like them, still fun, still good for synergies too, which are important, but it's not really much as far as like really helping me succeed in this game. It's funny, even as I think about my next rank 5, I mean, I might choose someone like Magic, who's incredibly old. Yeah, so it's strange to think in this game, you know, it's was 2019 that I would take a character from 2015 and rank 5 her. She's still one of the best in this game. Okay, come on, fly at me, please. Come on, Falcon, there we go. Maybe I'll rank 5 my Falcon. That would be unique. Wonder, well, I guess there's a lot of characters. I wonder whether the most rare characters to rank 5. I guess there's a rank 5 Kamala Khan, I guess there's a rank 5 Spider-Gwen. I don't know if there's too many other ones out there that are much different from everyone else's. Rank 5 Heimdall, a few people have those. Yeah, I think we're just going to finish up these last 2 fights and call it a night. With double determination. What do we call these crazy things? Protector shielding. I actually really like protector shielding. I think that'd be a cool node in war. Because it's cool because you don't have huge damage, but then it drops, so it allows you to This one will not drop. I thought it dropped for 3 seconds. Maybe not. Maybe this one's on all the time. There's a protective shielding which I thought reset for a few seconds. That way they absorb one blow, but at least you're not totally then having to hit weakly. That's interesting about Iceman. He does really good. What's that one, Rage? Like, he really just doesn't hit that hard. He hits like just the right amount where it's hard enough to oh, there's a protective shielding. Good. Put him to an SP3. Not so smart. 565 out of the 5-star. Ghost Rider 600. Let me finish this fight. Oh, of course, like I used my SP2, which got rid of my ice armor. There is the way not to play Iceman. Let's see. Meister. 565, another 5-star. Ghost Rider, Corvus, and Stark. I would say, well, there's a hard choice, but I don't want to take the easy way out and say whichever one you want. I would definitely go with Stark. I feel like he is the most useful. So he's super versatile. He has great attack. He has some interesting things that just make him different because he has like the power drain. You can use him for short fights. You can use him for long fights. The poise, when you build that up, he's just crazy powerful. The evade on specials is really good too, because like a lot of times you're in a fight and you mess up an evade on evading a special, but his evade kicks in. Yeah, I definitely think Spider-Man is the best of those choices. Oh, I forgot about the stupid power shield. Oh yeah, they went down this time. Okay, just walk into that heavy. Yeah, Meister, go with Stark. That's my advice. He was my first rank 5 after I did Act 5, and every one of my alliance. Yeah, Aegon, he's okay. Like, there's something to be said. Like, he's one of those characters where he can be situational, meaning that if you build up in a fight and get him up to 500 combos, then he's super strong. I mean, he's crazy strong. He's amazing, but it's the build up. It's like Morningstar is the same way. Corvus is sort of the same way too. It's the build up fights, the build up characters. I mean, there's that what you call it, that balancing point where they aren't so good and then they're amazingly good. But Spider-Man is amazingly good right out of the box, right from the start. And so, yeah, boy, I remember 100%ing LOL, and it was right when the Medusa feature what do we call those things? Feature crystal was out, and I used, I think I had enough for 5 chances at Medusa. And I got her in the 2nd and the 5th and awakened her. So that's how I got my Medusa. And then I could instantly take her to rank 4. I don't want to be here with Blade again. It's Longborn. Yeah. Oh, and that's right. You complete your Trinity too, Meister. Yeah. I don't know. Still think Stark Spider-Man's the way to go. Oh, let's see. It's an hour and 48 minutes. What have I done? Ascent, explore it. I'm too tired to do the last path. I think I'm done with the event quest for the night. Well, Messamese, that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for joining. It's great to be back streaming and have you come in and hang out with me. And hopefully I'll be streaming more often. I'll try to do it. I was trying to do it every day. It became a little much, but I'm just looking for the times when no one else is. So this is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki saying goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, bonne journée, bonne soirée, depending where you are, to everyone. Bye bye.